Evet, Witcher'ın yeni bir bölümüne daha hoş geldiniz. Sanırım bu seri 30 bölüme kadar uzayacak gibi duruyor. İlk oyunda 44 bölüm yapmıştık. Şu an toplam 24 bölüm oldu. 30'da umarım biter. Bakacağız. Şimdi ne yapıyorduk? Roach'la konuşacaktık en son artık. Radenia'ya geldik. Radenia kampına. Bu var.
Ready for your chat with Radovid.
Yok, hazır
I need to
değilim.
look. All right, but don't take too long.
Biraz etrafı gezelim çünkü etrafı hiç araştırmadık. Evet.
Greetings.
I don't like it here.
Halt!
Greetings.
The camp is closed to strangers.
Peki.
What?
Halt! The camp is closed to strangers.
The White Wolf? I can't believe it.
Tanıdı bizi.
How are things?
You're either very unobservant or very rude. I thought I'd meet some of my colleagues from years past, chat with them and reminisce, but they all turn their heads away and treat me like air.
Mages aren't known for being polite.
You're telling me. They threw me out of Bannard the first chance they got. Must have beaten the Chancellor one too many times. They've all forgotten me and I believe I've had enough. I'm getting rid of the grimoires and amulets. I don't want anything to do with mages.
I'd like to cast an eye at those if you don't mind.
Sure. Cast both if you want.
Anything on the wild hunt in your collection?
I'd avoid the topic altogether. Nothing good has ever come to those who have delved.
I'll take my chances. I need to know why the wraiths carry off youths. What happens to them?
This knowledge has never been recorded, which does not mean it cannot be acquired.
Well, I'd like to acquire it.
In the chasms beneath Loch Muin, there is a sword that once belonged to an elf from the parallel world.
And nobody's gone to look for it?
There are mages who seek it still, but the sword is well concealed. They say he who handles it will understand the essence of the wild hunt. Could that be true, though?
Hacım hiç paramız yok ya. Oyun mu yapsak acaba? Zar mı atsak? Ama kararı 2 tane varmış. Yani satacağımız bir şey de yani kalmadı. Zar mı oynasak acaba? Ne yapalım?
I'd like to play dice poker.
I venture to say you don't stand a chance against me, but I won't play you anyway until you beat those mages.
Kazanabileceğimiz başka bir yöntem yok mu ya? Hiç zar oynamak istemiyorum.
I remember you.
It's a waste of words.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I'm Geralt.
Brass of Bannard. I remember you from
Brass.
Thanos. I believe I saw you in Oxenfurt too.
Seems we only ever meet on Elvenland.
Indeed. But I
Well,
suspect
Francis-
you're not here to chat about elven ruins.
On the contrary, I find elven ruins interesting.
Do you really? Elven works are not half as interesting as gnomish ones.
But even ruined, Loch Muin is impressive. It must have been beautiful in the times of the First Conclave.
Everything was better before the sources. Those children that old Geoffrey Monk brought here to train in the magic arts must have walked around gaping at all.
Somehow I just can't imagine Hen Gedimdeath as a small gawking boy.
You met him? Ah, right, on Thanet. His death was a terrible loss. You see, Geralt, everyone complains about how the world is taking a turn for the worse.
Values are being compromised. The small is dislodging the great.
Exactly. But the events on Thanedd truly marked the end of an era. The world grew up, losing its virginity in a rape.
What use are masters of magic and legendary heroes to a grown-up world?
They're of no use. That's the point. Today, people manage perfectly well without mages, witches, and heroes.
Yet not everyone understands that.
You're so clever, you'll get in trouble.
Actually, I'm here because of your weapon expertise.
I'm no expert.
You're the best swordsmith among mages.
I'm more interested in the cultural relics of other races, actually.
I'm going to need a solid cultural relic in my hand.
I guess the circumstances require haste.
I'm interested in the wild hunt. Any chance you know something about it?
No, birds are not exactly my speciality.
Thanks.
I don't... What do you want?
You're not in the Kedweni camp?
Those Redanian pigs tricked us, as usual. They took the best buildings, leaving us the rat-infested ruins. It's better out here in the square. A right good show. Messengers running back and forth, delegates grinning at each other while thinking of slitting each other's throats, and lots of gold changing hands. A lot of armed men around. The kingdoms are trying to look menacing. People like me will soon have work to do.
Nice to meet an optimist. Really raises the spirit. The mages are making a country fair out of this summit.
They're parasites who'll stop at nothing to get into the king's treasuries. Deathmold's one of them. He'll be on their side, and Kedwen's vote should count for a lot. Though Henselt would have quickly shown them reason. He was a great ruler. The world will go to pot if only fools and brats are left to...
They're also going to discuss what to do given the assassinations.
Aye, a new world order. You know the drill. I see all those
Klasik.
cowardly, petty
Yeni dünya
knights
düzeni.
and bloody mages and wonder where the human race is going.
Forward. Blindly down a steep slope. But for now, the clip of air is more fun than it is terrifying.
I remember you from Thanedd.
Gotta pay for looking too.
Leave the royal
Bak içinden para demedim.
Pour
Yürü git.
venom into rulers' ears.
Adam yutar.
It's not too late to
Adamı yer.
repent.
Yok.
Flog your lecherous bodies, but not one sorceress flogging another on sable fur, with the other moaning and writhing and begging for more.
3 tane kontrakt varmış. Yapabildiğimizi yaparız. Alalım. Hepsini. Gargoyle kontraktı. Gargoyle hakkında daha fazla bilgi veriyor. Yönetici bırak.
It's a brazen attack. King Radovid will learn
May
of
the
this.
triple goddess
Radovid
watch over
sent them, you
you.
idiot!
The audacity!
Pull yourself together!
Ne oluyor lan?
What do you want?
Nazilik buraya mı geldi? Başkası zaman.
It's a waste of words.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Evet. Eşya
This would
topla
never
veya
happen if the
depola.
conclave still existed.
Bedavadan buraya koyabiliyor. İyi burada kalsın o zaman bunlar. Ağırlık yapmasın bize.
And if Grandma had a moustache, she'd be a catfish.
Greetings. Nice place.
Many thanks for the compliment. Welcome to the Eternal Fire.
Kitchen open day and night.
It's not that kind of fire. The Eternal Fire is the light of truth, the hearth of Only in the Eternal Fire beneath the sign of this clan can we burn witches all day, and man is fellow man.
So, even the Nilfgaardians have graced us with their presence.
Your Excellency knows well that our hosts are libertines and eccentrics.
My dear counsellor, northern business should truly remain northern. No extravagance excuses Shillard's presence.
Forgive me, Excellency, but I must disagree. Let us be realists. The Emperor would learn of every word spoken here anyway, knowing that our hosts have moved forward with their famous hospitality.
Famous hospitality. Good one.
Which are interesting.
The previous council ended tragically. You think this one will fare any better?
I certainly hope so. We'll start by implementing meticulous internal controls, peer reviews and such.
You'll spy on each other? That's nothing new.
It's necessary. Lack of oversight, that's what caused all the previous
You mean it wasn't excess ambition and lust for power? Live and learn, I guess. Nice place. Has character, tradition. You're not bothered by all the blood that was shed here?
Thaned was also built by the elves. I know Loch Muin's history. We will return it to its former...
I'd like to see it.
We're merely waiting for the treaty to be signed. The new council must act lawfully from the start.
Why aren't you restoring your palaces on Thaned Island?
Only the academy at Aratuza Palace continues to operate there. The other palaces can't be restored. Besides, Loch Muin has greater potential. It's full of ley lines and natural sources of the...
Then I'm glad it'll be in the charge of such experienced and responsible people. Consider my fears eased.
What does your Excellency make of John Natalis's promotion?
A truly masterful stroke. I wonder who's behind it.
Allegedly, nobody.
I suppose I can believe that. Natal, Interrex Natalis, has always been peculiar.
You mean honest?
Exactly.
Are you thirsty or hungry? Please, help yourself.
Da yiyeceksin.
I don't want anything to do with you.
Greetings.
I don't want anything to do with you.
Good day.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Here to see the show. It's cancelled, indefinitely. We're now in the services sector.
What service do you provide?
I was once a good swordsmith, or at least it looked like I might be. A riot came through, took my workshop with it, but the skill remained. I actually prefer swallowing swords to hammering them, but that upsets my wife.
Give her my best.
You can do so yourself. She's Alona, the bearded she-elf.
Ah, and how's life with a bearded she-elf?
Pretty normal. We don't generally bring our work home with...
Şeye benziyor. Büyücüye.
Prepare for your final lesson. Welcome. I'm Alona,
Ah, iyi olmuş mu?
bearded she-elf.
Hadi şey.
Bearded?
Don't be a
Sakalın nerede?
child. We came here to perform, but this place is a circus in itself. Nobody's interested in us, so we're on to plan B, trade.
What do you sell?
Food, fresh. You want to buy something, or are you waiting for my beard to grow out?
Sakalın.
Fine, I'll bite. Show me your beard. I'll pay your full performance fee.
That'll be 200 orans.
Yok.
Bye.
Final?
But I'll have no discussion. This will be a practical object lesson. You'll learn what a sorceress can never agree to under any circumstances.
How are you?
I remember you from
Greetings.
Thanet.
Good day. Please, help yourself. Have fun.
Herkes satıcı lan burada. Bir şeyler satıyor. Bugün sakal göstermesi için
Final?
200 oran istiyor.
I'll have no discussion.
Greetings.
This will be a
Karakterler var
practical
burada.
object lesson. You'll learn what a sorceress can never agree to under any circumstances.
Ha? Ananı satayım. Bismillah. Lan! Oğlum bu ne? Ödüm koptu lan.
Oh, hey!
Biliyor musun?
Whoa! Hey?
Kim yani? Neresi? Nerede?
Ah, Geralt of Rivia, I am delighted to see you among the living and the free.
Are you serious, Count?
Such an injustice to lock you up without so much as a hearing. And then the beatings, the torture, it's barbaric, I tell you. Based on pure prejudice, the presumption of guilt.
Actually, if I'd seen what they saw.
But alas, such is my homeland, filled with fear and thus ruthless, cold as stone, dark and severe in aura and mindset. A response at once cautious and reasonable. Admirable qualities.
If you say so.
But tell me, Witcher, what brings you here? Are you nipping at the heels of Foltest's killer, close to beheading the wretch, as I expect is your style? Do you require my assistance?
I just have some questions, Count.
Well, ask away by all means. I am finding you a skilled...
I've got to say you stand out, Count.
I'm flattered, I suppose, but what specifically do you mean?
I haven't quite put my finger on it, but take a look around. Would you say you resemble your countrymen?
I thank the gods I do not. It is because I love my homeland that I am the first to note its faults, and they are many.
Care to elaborate?
Hypocrisy, superstition, lack of learning. Need I go?
If you wouldn't mind.
Take you witches, for instance. The gods know we suffer a plague of beasts. Pre-conjunction, post-conjunction, magically bred and sprung from rotting marshes and the dark abysses of our land.
No such thing as pre-conjunction creatures.
You bite unnecessarily. We have but one remedy for this plague, dwindling in numbers as it may be. Yet it is a remedy we revile.
It's the way of things.
Spoken like a true representative of a dying species.
What brings you to Loch Muin?
Concern for my country, Witcher, and an express and somewhat surprising request from Constable Natalis.
Surprising? How so?
Surely you jest, Witcher? Truth be told, few could marshal loyal forces matching mine on such short order, Baron Kimbolt excepted. Yet, though...
Why do you suppose that is?
They resent me. I share neither their customs nor their beliefs.
What brings you to Loch?
Concern for...
Surprising.
Surely...
Why do you...
They
Okay. What is this? No. What is this?
True.
Oh.
Neresi lan?
Stop looking at me!
Sure.
Take that.
Shit. Let's go. Hadi gelecek mi lan? Nereye gidiyor acaba?
My medallion.
Ne la? Söndür diyor. 6. Shift ile ürün kombinasyonu karanlık gökte bir şahin uçuşun güzelliği. Daha hızlı ve daha Allah Allah. Bunu açmak için bu şifreyi çözmemiz mi gerekiyor? Neye göre söndüreceğiz ama bilmiyorum ama deneyelim. Allah bismillah. Ne oluyor ya? Olmadı mı? Yanlış yapınca cezalandırıyor. Ay anasını. Evet, çaktı lan. Oh be, buymuş. Çözdük. Kadim kamp pantolonu şansı Adiyan diyor.
Hold the sword of Aramil, who defied his king's rule. The Lord of the Wild Hunt desires the gene of the elder blood. He seeks to fling open the gates between the worlds so that terror and destruction may reign. The king of the hunt ordered me slain, and the wraiths born of his command assumed living form, pursuing me through the voids between the worlds for centuries. I have arrived at Lochmuin. Though tired, I know I will not rest. The riders of the hunt draw near. On my back, I can feel their deathly breath.
At. Gümüş kılıç date. Üf. 45'e 50. Oo. Fena silah geldi. Değiştirme yapabilir miyiz? Yaparız. %7 hasar ve kanama veriyor. Çok iyi. Hayırlı uğurlu olsun. Hadi gidelim. Şunlar saldırabilir diye büyü bastım. Yok, saldırmıyor. Güzel.
The absence of certain people is telling. The absence of others, downright astounding.
Triss Merigold is said to be coming, if late.
Ah.
Sabrina Glevisik. Well, no.
And Hugh of Scar? I know he was preparing a
İsmail Bol gelecek mi?
Experiment went out of control.
negligible loss. And
Ama
yet he
nereden
remained
biliyor
the
ya?
I haven't heard from her in a long time.
What of Francesca Finderbear and that friend of hers?
Ida Amin? Well, Queen Francesca has her own problems, while Ida consistently ignores such conventions.
You'll see. The absentees will be the first to criticize.
Neden tanıyoruz oğlum terörist falan? Konuşmadılar ama. Gücü öğrendik. Birisi burada bulabiliriz belki. Gidebileceğimiz yerlere gittik.
Renounce magic, I tell you!
At your
Shatter your
service.
towers and crystal balls! Break your wands and burn your hats! Turn away!
The White Wolf? I can't believe it.
Oh, greetings. Greetings. Ready for your chat with Radovid?
Hadi gidelim.
No reason to delay it.
Follow me then.
Halt!
We're here to meet King Radovid.
Have you been granted an official audience?
No, but we have some very important news for him.
I cannot let you through to see the king.
We bring Radovid news that will strengthen his position during the talks. Care to risk his wrath? Besides, this camp is swarming with soldiers. We'd have to be stupid or suicidal to attack Radovid.
Pass then, if your news is so important. But one word from the king and you'll hang. Both of you.
Don't you worry about us. Temeria stands little chance of surviving if Radovid has made terms with Kedwin.
Even less if he's made a pact with Nilfgaard. He and the Emperor could divide the entire north between them.
I take pleasure in seeing Kedwin picked apart.
But they'd start with the country deepest in chaos. So you'd best hope nothing of that sort has happened.
Greetings.
Wouldn't listen, just as I thought. I remember when he rode to bizimle, which was engulfed by a rebellion. Didn't want advisors, no bodyguards then. Well, he's capable of defending himself. Foltest and Demerven thought so too. And what of them? Very well. Let's keep an eye on him.
What's he doing here?
Get out of there!
Ah, greetings.
I don't like you.
Here we
Stay
chat
away.
idly while someone out there's walking around in my pants.
I don't like it here.
Did you request an audience with the king?
Yes.
The king will receive you.
Geralt of Rivia.
Your Majesty.
As usual, you turn up where and when you're least expected. And in such company. I never thought they'd make a soldier out of you.
Vernon Roach is a friend. He's in uniform, sure, but that's meaningless.
The world has changed greatly since we met those few months ago. Temeria stands at the brink of civil war. Kedwin has taken the Pontar Valley by force, and a Nilfgaardian delegation plays a prominent role at the summit of the Northern Kingdoms. Voltest and Demavend are both dead. Though it seems we were signing treaties just yesterday. Henselt was butchered in Vergen.
What's the delegation from Nilfgaard doing here?
Henselt invited them. Before he died.
Shillard Fitzhestelin would never miss an opportunity like this one. He'll come to the talks and stage his favorite drama.
Why did you bring the Knights of the Order here, Your Majesty?
The Order of the Flaming Rose is here to ensure that the talks remain peaceful. We wish to avoid a second Thanedd.
I've come here for help, Your Majesty.
Wait, Witcher. Were it not for you, Henselt would have perished at the hands of an assassin. Am I right?
I only delayed his death.
Do you know how he died?
I wasn't there.
The first lie of the day, and the negotiations have yet to begin. How can I help you if you're not honest with me?
Henselt had Roach's unit murdered. I can't call it anything else. In doing that, he signed his own death sentence. In the chaos that followed the Battle of Vergen, we caught up to him in one of the houses.
I killed him because it had to be done. It was just. And Death Mold is next on the list.
That is the only reason I won't have you hanged, Vernon Roach. You said you needed help, Witcher. Tell me more.
Who's representing Kedwin?
Only the sorcerer Deathmold and his men are in Loch Muin. But Deathmold represents himself.
If Temeria is in turmoil, then who has arrived to represent it?
Constable Natalis, the hero of Brenner, which is good. His presence is like a slap on Shillard's face delivered by the North.
Sheila de Tanserville is behind the murderers that hit Temeria, Eddern, and Kedwin.
How do you know?
We killed one of them in Eddern. Deathmold used his magic to give me a glimpse of the past. I saw the assassin talking to others. They spoke of Sheila.
One mage's magic shows another's guilt. And it's no ordinary magic, but the forbidden path of necromancy.
It all makes sense. Shillard Fitzhestelin warned me about a plot. Apparently, Triss Merigold confessed to him that the sorceresses had set up a secret lodge.
Triss is working with Shillard?
She's been detained as a suspect. Shillard believes the sorceresses of Nilfgaard were also part of the conspiracy. Luckily, the entire amphitheater is under a spell that quells any magic. Otherwise, no one would dare go near all those mages. Well, the talks beckon. Everyone wants to see Temeria's bitter end.
What do you mean by that, Your Majesty?
The nobles are rebelling in Vizima. Lacking a ruler, they simply want to divide the kingdom into provinces.
Divide Temeria. Shame on the traitors.
Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Anais, the daughter of Louisa and Foltest, lives still. After the Baroness's rebellion, the girl was captured by the Nilfgaardians. The child has become a bargaining chip between the Empire and Kedwin. My people tell me Anais is here in Loch Muin, in Deathmold's hands. I cannot mount an armed attack on the Kedwenis. It would be tantamount to declaring war, and we have gathered here to maintain peace. a lone witcher and a former soldier, that would be a different matter. Bring me Anais, Geralt, and I'll salvage a united Temeria and punish those whose hands are stained with the Temerian king's blood.
Why does Deathmold need Foltest's daughter?
The girl has become entirely dependent on him, which will strengthen his position in the Conclave. Remember, he who has Anais will have the upper hand today. The girl is most important, Witcher. I denounce our engagement and make her queen of Redania and Temeria. The nobles of Vizima would greet her on bended knee, and the North would emerge stronger than ever. I must attend these talks, Geralt. Time is short. Bring me the girl, the two of you. Men without country or commander. Renegades that no one seems to have taken into account. I, in turn, promise that Sheila de Tanzaville will pay for her deeds. I shall punish her with fire and steel.
An alliance with Redania is our only chance at preserving Temeria's independence.
It's still risky.
Anais, she's the key.
I still wonder about Boosie's death. The boy would have had a stronger claim to the throne.
Maybe Anais can tell us something. It's high time we visited our old friend, Deathmold.
The Emperor's men hold Triss. They'll get everything they can out of her, after which she'll be dispensable.
If it's between the sorceress's life and Temeria's future, then I've no choice. I'm sorry. This isn't the place to talk. Let's wait till we're beyond the gate.
Roach. Roach!
Kız kim ya? Niye bunlar peşlerinde?
Just the person I'd be looking for were I not forced to seek Anais Lavalette. You have much to explain, Brigida Papabrog.
Oh no, you'll not pin this on me. I trusted you and you sent me into a den of vipers. Vipers!
Another Vess?
This is no time for pleasantries, Geralt. Calm yourself, Brigida. You were to watch Foltest's children. I saw nothing dangerous in the task. Obviously, I was wrong, but I need your help. Anais has been kidnapped. Boosie is likely dead. I need to know how this happened. I need to know the details.
You knew well what you were getting me into. You know that entire rotting bunch. The Count, the Baron.
Not half as well as you do, my dear. Who were those men?
Not so fast, Roach. I have been hiding in this city for 3 days, scurrying about like a rat. They're hunting me. I'll not let you leave me here.
What do you propose?
Escort me out of the city, to the river.
What will that get you?
I expected I would need to fend for myself. I've secured passage. Take me there, and I will tell you all.
It's a long way.
You've a traitor in your camp, Roach. Perhaps more than one. What happened to Foltest's bastards is no series of coincidences. It's the result of a clever, treacherous game.
Damn it all. Geralt, I need to look to Anais, learn how we're to get to her. But Brigida might know what happened to Boosie. Thus far, we've heard nothing but rumors. Take her to the river.
All right, Roach. I'll help you this one last time.
I'll search for a back way into the Kedweni camp.
You're forgetting. I came here for Triss.
Whatever you decide to do later, so be it. But a traitor in the Temerian camp threatens us all. Escort Brigida, learn what you can.
I'd thank you, Roach, if you weren't such a shit.
I'm counting on you, Geralt. Brigida must get to her destination safely.
Good luck, Roach.